Rewilding the garden. This is part 2. So we're going to take a look around the garden. This is about what you've got, the infrastructure. We've done the boundary, and this is what is in the garden. Nice cherry tree, bamboo. Birds love getting in amongst that. Also gives them protection if a sparrowhawk swoops across the garden. They've got somewhere to dive into. The speaker yucca, the water tub here where they get on the log. Must make sure you've got a log in there. If anything falls in, it can get out. Where they drink, and they will bathe from a log. And then along here is the beetle bank. Come round to the main wild area, which is here. Logs, there's about 2 ton of logs actually been put on here. Who wouldn't believe it when this was first done. They've just about all rotted into the ground. No big yucca there. Cherry tree, Bramley apple tree, another big Bramley apple tree over there. Buddleias, Cottage, mock orange, and so on. The house mice and the voles love to get in amongst this ornamental reed. You have to watch it because it can be invasive. The yucca here is growing up. I've taken the dead base leaves off, so it's just about, I think, must be just about getting to its height. I think they only go to about 2.5 foot in height. Trachycarpus. Bug houses, must have bug houses. Here's some of the logs. There's one of the logs there. Hardly anything left. And that's one of the other big logs. Great home for beetles, millipedes, centipedes, and a myriad of other insects. Also, if you're lucky, you might even get a stag beetle feeding on the dead wood. But you need wild areas, and this is so you can let it go wild, but also keep it nice. Now, the straight path, I'm not sure whether to change that or not. I might actually leave it a slate thinking about it. Now, I was going to think about bark chipping it, but then again I'm thinking slate, when it's in the sun, can get quite warm, and I've seen various insects, even bees, various bees actually sitting on the slates in the warm sunshine when these have got nice and warm, and sunning themselves and getting themselves warmed up. So I think I might just put another covering of slate on the top. So look at what you've got, and just adapt it. You don't have to tear the whole garden up. You can adapt it to suit. This is what I'm doing here. The garden is already fairly wildlife friendly. I want to make it more, so I put bug houses up, which you'll see in a moment. Good morning. It's Tuesday, about 10 to 12, and it's a glorious day today. Look at that sky, isn't that good? And it's around about 40 Fahrenheit, which is about 5 centigrade. I've got 6 bug houses that arrived this morning to put up, which I'll show you, and then I've got 6 bird houses to put up, but I'm also going to do some earwig houses, so I'll show you how I do them. Right, let's get on with it. The first bug house, it's on one of the bramble apple trees, and it's got everything that it needed. The other one, which is over here, is on the other bramble apple tree, totally different design, made out of split log, and snowdrops are still come back, that's great. The other 2 are over here. That's one of the other split log ones, and down there they're all at varying different heights on purpose. I've got another 2 to go up, which are over here. I've got those 2 to go up. Then I've got 6 bird boxes to put up, so I'll come back in a moment. Right, well, earwig house. Right, to make the earwig house I'm going to use 1 broken terracotta pot. It doesn't matter what size the pot is, as long as it's got straw, whether it's barley straw or wheat straw. I'm using a barley straw, golden barley straw, nature's own. Yeah, right. And that is what I'm going to be using. So all I do, I take some of the straw out of here, wow, and then I push it in. Now, it doesn't matter what size pot to use, it doesn't matter if it's plastic. The ingredient is to get the straw in. Okay, so that's the straw. Now all I do then is I just want to mount it on a stick or a cane. So we take it to where I'm going to mount it. I have a bit of a tree stump here. It was a tree of heaven. Definitely do not plant a tree of heaven. They run sucker roots all over the place, and also the seeds. I think something like 3,000 seeds per flower, and they are prolific. All I do then is I put that on there like that, and put it like run off like that, and there's the earwig house. The earwigs all come up here into the pot over winter and nest also in the straw. There you go. So that's all the bug houses done today. Right, rhubarb. My rhubarb is starting to come up, so it's now time to get some straw, hence the big bag. And what I need to do then, I'm going to have it covered this year. There we go. I don't know if you can see that just there. I'm going to put some straw sorry about this, folks. Trying to do this one-handed. Into there, into the plastic black pot. Now these are florists' water pots, water buckets. All I've done is drill some holes. So carefully making sure that that rhubarb head is in the middle, tip it over, put a brick on it, and I'll do that with that one there. There's one over there, and this should be another rhubarb head which will appear at some point around here. I've just got to wait for it to come up. So I'll get them done, and that'll be another job. Do you want to fill them up? No, the rhubarb. I'm going to put a bucket over the top of the rhubarb, or Bo's going to put a bucket over the top of the rhubarb by the look of it. What I'm using is florist water pots, which I've drilled holes in the bottom, and I've taken some of the barley straw and just put some loosely in here, and then what I'll do then is put it straight on top of the rhubarb, weight it down so the bucket can't get blown off, and hopefully the rhubarb will grow up. It'll be sort of blanched, it'll be more succulent, more sweet than it grow up as it is. What you've got to remember is when you do this, you can't pick as much as you would if you left them uncovered. Now, I've already done these two. There should be another, a fourth rhubarb plant somewhere in here, but I'm going to have to wait for that to come up. That one I'm not going to cover, so I get three where I get some nice sweet tender rhubarb, and then this one here I'll get the standard rhubarb which you get when it's uncovered. Still lovely, still very tasty to eat and very nutritious. This one I'll be able to pick till at the end of June, beginning of July, and then you can take a couple more very, very light pickings up until about, I'd say, the end of August. With the ones under the covers, those you're only going to be able to take that one cut. Then you'll have to leave the plants to recover. So you'd normally do that every other year, so these will be this year, and then this one, which I won't cover this year, will be the only one which gets covered next year. Right, so on to the next job. Get some more jobs done. Nice cup of coffee in that cup there, which I mustn't forget, otherwise I'll let it go cold. And Bo is enjoying his first actual sunbathe. And he absolutely adores it. He says, "Dad, get out of the way, you're in the shade, you're making me be in the shade." There we go. Yeah, fully enjoying himself. And what's he doing? He's watching the birds come into the feeder. And this one here. But he's enjoying himself, and that's what counts. And to be honest, I'm enjoying myself today. All the bug houses are now fully installed. The last two I put here are the bamboos. So yeah, we're good. I might get some more to go along the wall in front of the house, along the wall there. Yeah, that would be quite a good idea, I think. Get some more to go there. I think Bo's going to follow me around the garden. Snowdrops. I must get more snowdrops. Visit to the garden centre, I think maybe this week, see if I can get them in the green. When you say in the green, it's in leaf. Preferably as the flowers are going over, because then you know that they're viable and that they flower. If you buy them by the bulb, you can never be quite sure just how good they are. I bought them by the bulb before now, and they've not flowered. All the tulips are coming up. This area at the back here is where I've got some bits and pieces of wood, some old crockery, old pot there upside down, and that's for any insects and anything like frogs, toads, newts to go into and hibernate in amongst the leaves that are under there over winter. But the garden is now waking up. All the roses are taking off. Yep, I do love this time of year when it's all really getting going now. This won't do. I need to do yet more work. Beautiful. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.